The subtotals command will automatically give you subtotals for your data. Let's say we want subtotals for each of our categories. The first thing you want to do is sort your data by the column that you want subtotals for. So in this case, categories. I have filters on, so I'm going to use these to sort. You could also sort them in the data menu using that command. Once we have our data sorted, we're going to go up to the Data tab and click Subtotal. This first question, at each change in, we want to choose category because we want a subtotal for each group of categories. The function, we want to choose sum because we want it to add everything up. Excel does have some other functions here. If we wanted to just count the number of transactions, we would choose count. Average will give you the average transaction. Max gives you the highest. Min gives you the lowest. For now, we just want to add, so we'll choose sum. In this section, you choose what column you want to add. Since we want to add up the money column, we're going to choose amount, and we can uncheck anything else. These we can leave as is, and we'll click OK. And you see that it added in subtotals. We've got $70 for car maintenance, $206 for clothes. It also gave us an outline pane over here on the left. These numbers, 1, 2, 3, are the outline levels. If I click on one of these numbers, you'll see that number 1 just gives me the grand total. If you get hash marks like that, you just need to widen your column. If I click the 2, this level is just the subtotals. And if I click the 3, that level is everything. I can expand and collapse these individual sections by clicking on the minuses or the pluses. If it's collapsed, the rows are just hidden. If I want to remove the subtotals, I go back to the subtotal button here and click Remove All. Let's say that now we want to do a subtotal by month. How much did we spend each month? We're going to start by sorting by date. And the problem with this is that for each of these dates, because the dates are different, 3, 7, 8, 9 here, it would put a subtotal after every single date, which is not what we want. So the trick is we need to change our date format to a format that does not have the date. It would just have the month and the year. So to do that, I'm going to highlight the row and right click. I'm going to choose Format Cells. And here, under Date, I'm going to look for a date format that just has the month and the year. This one looks good. Click OK. And now you'll see that all the dates for January are the same. It just says January 10. February just says February 10. So it's going to put the subtotal at this change. I'm just going to click to deselect that date column because I do want it to include this whole range in the subtotals. And now if we go back to our Data tab, Subtotal, we'll change this first question to add each change in date because we want it to subtotal by the month. We'll still use sum. We still want it to add the money, so we'll still leave this as amount. And I'll just click OK. And if I collapse it on the preview pane here to level 2, you'll see that it gave us subtotals for each month.